Hey guys, it's XJ9's here, and this is going to be a Bloodveld guide, not a mutated Bloodveld guide, just a regular Bloodveld. The reason you would do this task is if Konar gave you it in the Stronghold or uh, maybe even the Firmneck Slayer Tower. Although if you get the Firmneck Slayer Tower, you really shouldn't be doing it there, and that might even be a skip, honestly. But this is for the Stronghold Security Cave. The reason that you would do these, even if you weren't doing Konar, is if you just wanted to get through the task as soon as possible because you want to do better XP tasks or better money tasks or something like that, and you don't care about any totem pieces, ancient shards, or you don't have Prif done, you don't care about the crystal shards. So, equipment, it's going to be Slayer Helmet, obviously. Aiming at Torture, if you don't have that, best aim at Glory or Fury. Uh, a blessing, dragon defender, use any type of defender. If you don't have a defender for some reason, you can just use, I don't know. Uh Armor doesn't really help against these, so I mean, I don't know, I would hope you have a defender. If you don't have a defender, probably just use um an elemental shield, I guess. Fire cape. If you don't have fire cape, best cape, whatever other cape you have, such as I don't know, major arena cape or something. I use a whip. If you don't have a whip, just use really any weapon. They have low defense. Uh, have primary boots. If you don't have primary boots, just use like dragon boots. First gloves, or just use a Barrow's gloves, or below, or a combat bracelet. I use a berserker ring. If you have a warrior ring, that can do fine. However, they have like no defense, so it doesn't really do much. And the big thing here is you have a choice between using either D-hide armor, such as Blessed Dragon Hide or Carol's, or you can use Proselyte and Prey. Uh, what I like to do is personally use Carol's, and I flick Piety, and I sometimes leave it on and then get my prayer back through Serum Godsword. However, you can use Proselyte, like so. Pretend I have Proselyte right now. Use Proselyte and just camp Piety the whole time if you don't want a Piety flick and you want to just progress through the task faster. Uh, that's you probably only need like 5 prayer pots, and however, if you want to camp Piety and not pray melee, you would probably need at least a magic level of 80, or you would probably get destroyed by these things. So if your magic level is like below 80, maybe even 90, honestly, I would recommend just using D'hide and either flicking your prayer or uh, camping your piety. If you want to camp piety and your magic level is low, I would just use probably just D'hide armor. Although proselyte plus melee prayer is probably cheaper. Maybe it's very small difference. However, I just think it's a bit excessive to use all that because they don't really hurt you as long as you wear ranged armor. So I would highly recommend you just wearing ranged armor and just flicking it, honestly, or like especially for like low levels, because I'm sure a lot of low levels would be doing this method. Although if you're a low level, I highly recommend doing mutated Bloodvelds. Inventory. Bring a spec weapon such as a dragon dagger. I bring a serum godsword because it's godly. Nature runes. It's not really needed actually. It's sort of always just bring it. However, you can use it for like the odd rune helmet or even I guess mithril square or chain. Although it's not really worth picking that up, but like I don't know if you're an Iron Man or something, I guess. But like I always just kind of bring this. They don't really drop anything anyway. You don't need to bring this. I just bring teleports just to teleport to my house and around. So just to get to the next task fast or wherever. Again, these things aren't mandatory. I bring a super attack and strength. I bring divine versions just because I don't believe the defense potion does anything, so I don't bring super combats because it's based on their hit is based on your magic level, your magic defense, and I don't think defense applies towards that magic defense. If you again are a lower level, you might not be able to bring these and survive. So maybe just bring regular super attacks and strength. 5 pro potions is only if you're camping piety, or maybe sometimes you want to AFK. It depends on if you want to leave piety or not. If you're not using camping piety, you don't need to bring pro potions. You can just bring more food. The food's just just to eat if when you get low. I actually don't need food with the Random God Sword, so this is honestly just to show you. Soul Bear is not really that you needed just because their drop rate of the heads is 1 out of 35, and it probably wouldn't fill up your inventory. However, it is nice to get if you do get lucky. Holy Wrench is only if you bring Pro Potions. Bone Crusher just for a little bit extra XP and just to clear out drops. And I have can balls because, believe it or not, that's another thing. You want to bring a cannon. You definitely want to can these. You can get away with not canning them, but the reason I don't have my cannon is because there's actually server issues right now, and I don't want to have to go there and maybe have that world taken by someone, and that would be very unfortunate for the video. So my cannon is actually over where it should be. So again, to get to the strongest Slayer Cave, I just teleport to Varrock and I just run to the tree. You could also teleport to your house and use the Spirit Tree, which probably should have done, but this is how most players are probably gonna do it, especially people doing the Stronghold Cave. Enter the cave, and we're gonna kill the ones right to the east. Yep, there's my can, guys. And so, this can placement is, if you walk right next to this little rock slide, it's just one northwest. So just walk again. So it's right here, and it's this little corner. You can't walk over here, so just be right here. Place it right here. The reason I like it here is because it actually shoots the Bloodvelds over here. So if there's people not on this world, which is preferred, it'll actually shoot the two Bloodvelds over here, occasionally giving you extra kills per hour. And I like to stand here usually and just attack them, and it's usually a double hit. If it's not a double hit, it's one hit, and I don't really care that much. So you just start it, pot up, and just start attacking. And yeah, I mean that's really it for the how to kill these. Again, like as you see, they'll be attacking. Sometimes they will walk back if you have to lure them. They'll come back though, and that's just fine. Just attack and keep on running to the northwest corner of your cannon. These things will get hit and just extra XP on top. Like you see, that's already like a free kill essentially. So again, it's actually highly preferred that the world's empty in the other room. Although the chance of that is probably low, just because you'd probably go to a low population world. And yeah, just try to hit them. Don't just purely AFK. You can just purely AFK this task though if you're lazy and just want to chill out, which I do sometimes in my can tasks. So yeah, I hope this guide helped you guys. Again, I just felt like I was honestly feeling like I should have included this in my original video. However, I think mutate blood are good for players to do that have a low Slayer level, just because they probably don't have a lot of money. Because these are not good to do if you don't have a lot of money and you're a low Slayer level. You want the mutate blood task is a very good task for its level and for the combat level that it's trying to aim for, which is level like 90s and stuff. So again, this is mostly for people who like have a lot of money or something, or don't value their time a lot and just want to get through the task as soon as possible. Just get to the next task. So yeah, that's really it. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.